The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. We have the Dow Industrials down 84, Nasdaq's up 44, S&P's down 13, gold contract down $14.80, trading $13.33. You get silver down 34 cents, $15.83. They both went higher with volume yesterday. They're pulling back with volume, but not like the type of volume that we had on the strength. So you're still pulling back with dramatically lighter volume into its strength. Copper's down 2.5 pennies, trading at $2.89 a pound. We get light sweet crude flat, 56.92. Gonna get the numbers this morning.
Yeah, crude at 11, I think. Natural gas at 10:30.
Oh, that's the holiday. That's right.
That's
man.
right.
That's right. Notes and bonds. 10-year note trading down 9 ticks, 121.27. 30-year bond is almost down a 0.28 ticks, 145.23. Now, both notes and bonds, folks, bottom line, they are pulling back with volume, but they can't break that lower swing. So we'll see how the Bulls and Bears are going to fight this baby out. King dollar's up 101 ticks, trading 96.395. That's having a hard time holding price. You got the euro trading 113.41 to $1 US. The yen is at 110.5, and the pound is at 130.58 to $1 US. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Great program. You want to understand defined risk, option strategies, futures, all the above. Outstanding program. Kevin and his team every trading day. Now, if you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, real easy to do. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner at the very top. You hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. And you better have defined risk in this market because blink, and we're up, down, all around. Moving. It's actually, for the Fed coming out with the minutes, it's actually basically a calm market out here. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Another day, guys, and it's moving. So, fast market, what we do is if there's a good name coming out with earnings, we cover it, right?
Yes.
Yesterday we covered Domino's Pizza.
Oh.
Why was Domino's Pizza significant? We had Andy Swan on talking about it, and sure enough, they called it perfectly. And, he gave us the data off of what he was reading about customer satisfaction. We put the trade on, and that trade did well, right? So that's what we do. We take you from why to the trade, showing you how to do it, and then trading. So that's what we did yesterday. And on days like today, it's a little light, and tomorrow morning on the earnings, what we'll do, we literally just look at the top stocks traded at TD Ameritrade, and those are the ones that we'll cover on a day where we don't get a good headline name to trade.
You know what's so cool, too? The data you have, you're the largest, basically, broker-dealer out there. So the data you have as to what people are trading is really relevant as to what can move. Because if you're trading, you want something that moves, folks. I don't care whether you're a bull or a bear. You need something that's going to move,
Tom, if you want good information, sample size is important, right, to be able to trust that information.
Yes.
11 million retail counts, that's what I call sample size.
No doubt, man, no doubt.
I would agree.
No doubt. And, so the Domino's today, folks, again, down $23. Bottom line, you get a big consolidation here. And, it's going to be interesting to see. What's amazing about Domino's, Kevin, right, is that when you look back, I remember the Tom Monahan, the guy that started it, and this, I'm going back like 15 years, and he was explaining then that he wasn't in the pizza business, that he was in the delivery business.
Sure.
And I'm
exactly
thinking,
right.
That Jeff Bezos probably heard that and says, you know what? I'm in the delivery business too, because he is the ultimate delivery.
Sure, right.
Isn't it wild? And Domino's, folks, just so if you don't know this, was one of the first large companies that absolutely, you want something that's coming right to your door.
Sure.
You know, and that's
Right.
how they did so well.
And then they ramped up the technology, right? You can
Yes.
track your order.
Yes.
But guess what? Amazon, the Uber Eats of the
Oh,
world,
that's
now
right.
I can track the driver where he is on my street.
Yeah.
Let alone just a
See,
bar.
you guys are onto something there. It used to be, right? The only thing that you could order and get brought to your house was pizza.
Right.
Right? In most markets.
Sure.
Now you can get anything
Totally,
delivered to your
man.
door.
I use Uber Eats all
Right.
the time. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the millennials live off Uber Eats. So that's where this is what's another reason why millennials are changing the market. And guys, you look at Domino's Pizza right now, trading $255. Our strike prices that we put on the downside, $250.
That's so cool.
We're right in the wheelhouse of what the expected move was and where we looked and what Andy Swan talked about.
Nice.
That's what Defines Risk is all about, folks. That's the real bottom line. And these expected moves, you know, when you're on the TD platform, folks, it's so cool. One button, and bottom line, it's going to get you the expected move. You know, when you get these, well, anytime, but when you get these earnings coming out, it's absolutely relevant. And as I said, it's not going to tell you what's going to go up or down. You got to
Right.
figure
And
out
it
your own
doesn't-
deal there. But
And it's not 100% right, but what it does as we get near baseball spring training, it allows you to swing at strikes, right? It gives
Yeah.
you the most information possible to make your trading decision, and it allows you to just make sure you're doing everything you can. That doesn't mean things won't go crazy sometimes, because as you know, they often do, but giving you the most possible information you can to make your bet.
yeah, you got to love it. You know, it's going to get interesting here, Kevin. I saw yesterday, so Samsung is, you know, April 28th, folks, they're coming out with a foldable phone, $1,998. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, how Apple can perform here, because the bottom line is that, you know, you get Samsung freaks too, and, you know, if you can go from a phone to a tablet.
I guess. It looks really cool, but there's a lot of stuff for $2,000 that's pretty cool.
Oh, it's 2000's a fortune.
Exactly.
There's no
Right?
doubt.
That's what comes.
Tommy hit it right on the head. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care how cool it is if it's twice as much
Ex-
as the phone I have now. It
Yeah.
better be cool.
That's what
Yeah.
I said, man, that looks so cool. And I said, but I'm not about
Yeah.
to spend
$2,000.
You can buy your own perfect tablet. You can buy a computer and a phone for almost $2,000. So
it's
Tommy, for $2,000, it better change my oil.
exactly,
My
man. I
car.
thought the same thing, and it was because what they talked about, right? It folds into one dimension for a phone, where it's like 4 inches,
7.4.
No, that's the tablet. Then it folds
Yeah.
into another one for
Yeah.
a tablet. So
Right.
there's like 2 fold-outs. It's
Right.
not just pretty cool. Yeah.
You gotta love it, man.
The
You
world
gotta
is
love it.
changing.
Hey, you know, it's gonna
Yeah,
be interesting, Kevin, with this market, because I mean, you know, the minutes were dovish beyond belief. And it's like, okay,
Yep.
so now what's the market gonna do? You know, we'll find out.
But, you know, so all the data, you know, today was a big day for data. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points come out. And guess what? Tomorrow, none. 0 in data points other than the Baker Hughes rig count coming out at noon. That really only hits crude oil. Now, we do have a bunch of Fed speakers tomorrow, but no economic data. So today's data has got to sustain us through the end of the week for sure. So everyone should be cognizant of that. There's no real news tomorrow to change anything.
As Kevin Hinks says, folks, we're gonna continue to be fed.
Oh, boy.
It's so true, man. It's so true. Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program, TD Ameritrade, Fast Market, Kevin and his team. Stay tuned. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one, great weekend. We look forward to speaking to you next Tuesday.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Thanks,
Stay
Kevin.
right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading down 78. We get the Nasdaq off 47, and we got the S&Ps down 13. So, you know, what we're going to be looking at out here today is that, you know, what kind of juice you're going to come on the way down. You know, because if you come down with light volume, this baby's still not finished going against this October 10th downdraft. And, you know, we'll see how subtle it is out here today. Yesterday in the SPY did 76 million. You know, so in order to basically say that you got a turn here, I'd like to see, even though we're down $1, I'd like to see that thing up to about 100 million. You know, I mean, if you pull back today with 50, 60 million, that's not done, man.
Sure, right.
It's not done on the way down.
Yeah.
Natural gas, right? We
got it.
Let's see what we're trading at right now inside the natural gas market. So we're at 267, up 1.4% right now.
All right. Jump over. There's a contract.
I mean, it's summer down here, but the rest of the country, it was winter yesterday.
I was telling you yesterday, it's so warm my AC, I got to go get it looked at right as I come in. I'm serious.
That's crazy.
It is. So we're trading at 267. We had a little bit of volatility. This is last night, going from like 264 to 269. We've been floating between about 267, 268 for the last few hours. We're going to get natural gas at 10:30 in about 10 minutes. Because of the Monday federal holiday for President's Day, you have crude oil pushed back a day and a half hour. So crude's coming right at 11 o'clock, too.
Okay.
So let's just jump in. 267, this is always a little tough because as I know
already moved.
Well, not even that it moved. They normally line up on the 5s or the 0s. Okay, so I know that it was going to be 265 or 270 usually, no matter what, because they're 5-cent or 20-cent. So they line
increments,
up on so they line up on the 5s usually, which makes sense. So you're not going to have spreads that line up with a pivot point or your strike price right where you're trading, right? So you're going to have to choose a side where you have intrinsic value. All right, so in this type of trade, you'd want to choose a side where you have a bias, and if you don't have a side, then it's tough to do a volatility trade.
Sure.
You know, it really is. So just let's just say that I'm just going to back it up a little bit. We're near the upper range of where we're going, right? Let's say that maybe we're a little bit bearish. We think we could trade back down lower. I'm just going to choose the one with some intrinsic value. No, even these are, okay, here we go. So, I mean, it becomes a completely different trade. You know, you have your spread from 275 to 255, and you could technically be selling it. And you have a slight risk reward in your favor because you're selling it at 267. Your losses are capped 8 pennies above you, but your profits are capped 12 pennies below you. Right. So you're paying a little bit of premium. Ways that you can spin that. I'm just going to jump into the noons even. Yeah, so they're going to line up in identical and even the dailies. Maybe you have 260, maybe you have 285. I tell you what, as we jump around, let's just take a look at our oil because we're going to get oil at 11. So these, of course, if you're trading the actual number, you wouldn't want to trade the 11 a.m. expirations, obviously.
No.
So you got crude trading at 56.91. We're looking at the April crude contract now. We're looking at the March, I believe, natural gas. So crude trading 56.91. I pulled up the noons initially, and you're going to have $57, which is not that bad if you wanted it, right? Now, what happens here is that if you want exposure on both sides, it's kind of nice sometimes when you're able to get in when it's at that point, you know, where you could wait until it's closer to 11, but if you're able to get in where you have exposure on both sides, you're paying no intrinsic value. That's not a bad deal. Because we could trade away, and then we could lose that opportunity to get in with no intrinsic value. So right now, 57. We are going to be paying a little bit of intrinsic value, and as I say
it looks like you're going to get it.
Well, as I say it, though, look, I mean, this is why I say it, right? We're dropping as we were just at 57 on the dot. We're now 15 pennies below it. So this is our bullish spread, completely out of the money here. That's going to be the cheap one for 17 pennies, and then the bearish one from 57 down to 55.50, going to be more expensive, 30, and that the difference being that you have about 13 cents.
47.
47, not bad, because these are the noons. You'd have a full hour after the news, and you have 40 minutes before the news. Well, you might get a nice head start for yourself. You know? And let's just jump and see how the dailies line up for oil. So
it'd be nice if that thing could get up to 57, just like you say.
It would, right? Because then it pulls back, and you'd probably save a few pennies, maybe a penny or two, because it would take out all the intrinsic value. You'd pay a little bit more premium maybe on the other one, but nonetheless. So jumping to what's nice is that I know it's working, right? So let's take a look. I'm jumping the 8 till 2:30s. These are $3 spreads from 57 to 60.
That's good.
Now I'm just going to jump right to the dailies though, because they start at the same price of 57, but they go all the way up to 62, and they go all the way down to 52. $5 spreads, and you end up paying a super marginal and maybe sometimes no premium for that extra $2. So why not pay it? And even as we do it, I'm going to jump to these, and I'm just going to put them up side by side. Yeah, perfect example. All right, 57 to 62, you can get in at 57.25. 57 to 60, you can get in at 57.25. You'd be a fool to cap your profits for no extra price, right? So you jump right to the 230s. And again, this is going to be your out of the money, the bullish, because we're 8 pennies below, looking at like 25. And on the bearish side, not bad, man. You're looking at $57. You got till 2:30, and your profits are almost uncapped in that you have $5 of exposure on both sides.
Let me just pull this up. Let's see. 'Cause it looks, when I was looking at this yesterday, it looked to me like this wants to go a little bit higher. We had some good volume coming in.
Definitely went a little higher yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so had some good juice out here yesterday. I see. Yeah,
that's what I was like. It definitely went a little higher yesterday.
I'd go for higher. So what we've done here is that, you know, when we just pull back here, folks, you pull back into this 1050 bar, which is a very strong bar. You know, the bottom of that is at, what, 57.31?
56.67 bottom.
Yeah, the 50 is. So I like that trade. But I like that trade on the bullish side, you know, which you'll see what happens.
Sorry, so say that again. You like that trade, but on the bullish side, what, you like just a directionally bullish trade or something?
No. I take the volatility, but I would still skew to the bullish side of it because of the fact that yesterday you went topside, you had the wide price spread, had good volume, you backed down on this with light volume, so that thing looks like it wants to go a little bit higher.
Sure. Now, just looking at these, this one has like a 7-cent bearish bias. All of them do. That's all I was saying. Just, you know,
that's
so
sad.
it's pretty much right on the dot. 7 pennies. You're pretty close to as close as you're going to get. Sometimes we line it up where it's right on the dot, but when you're that close to a strike price, you're paying so little in intrinsic value that it's actually probably pretty close to as cheap as you're going to get it. Because even when it get, you know, if it's within 5-7 pennies, you're pretty close because there's such little intrinsic value, they kind of tick away. So we'll see. We get natural gas at 10:30 and we get oil at 11. It's nice.
And so what it gets intriguing is that you can wait till 5:11 to. Bottom line,
for the oil one, right?
Definitely.
Definitely.
No doubt. Let's go over and take a look at that gold contract. So bottom line is that pushing gold lower. That being said, you got it down. Let's see. So that spike lower this morning, right at that 1332. Is saying it can test that area one more time. That's on your weekly. I mean, on your day intraday, but on your daily. Bottom line is that you're coming into a monster number, 349,000.
Yeah, Tuesday's big run.
Yeah, this will do about 250 today. So you get a pull back, you get lighter volume, you get that ABC structure on the way up, and that's still in place. That ABC structure, folks, which just hasn't hit yet, is 1354.10. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 81. Nasdaq is up 47. S&P's down 13.5. Coming back with those gas numbers. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Well, we look at EIA says natural gas stockpiles fell 177 BCF.
Looks like the estimate was somewhere around 169, so pretty close, but a little bit of a miss. And it would make sense. You got more of a draw than you thought, less natural gas.
Right.
It's going to be a higher price for that natural gas, so you get a pop from that 267 up to about 269, 2 pennies in a pretty quick spell.
And when we brought this up, folks, it was pretty cool what Tommy found, because that screen, it shows every week what the draws were, and
sure.
when you see this, what you're going to see is that the draws have been lighter, and lighter, and not for this week. This week
Sure.
it's bigger, but that's pretty intense because February's ending in 7 days. You're coming into March. And then, as soon as the aspect of March, April come, guess what? That's when you start getting into, basically a build inside the natural gas market versus a draw.
And unfortunately, I lost that screen when we were jumping around.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was just we were going all the way back to January, right?
Right.
There were draws, as in fell, stockpiles fell. They're basically headlines. Stockpile fell, stockpile fell, but guess what?
And that number kept going
It's
down.
all about expectation, right?
Right.
Like when companies report earnings, it's
Right.
not what you make, it's what were you supposed to make.
Right.
As in, yeah, we know that stockpiles are going to decrease. It's the winter. They probably should have decreased more.
Right.
If we're sitting at 270 almost. I mean, quite a price when we were just at, what, $4.80 on some of those spikes? Yeah.
Seriously, man.
So we'll see what happens.
877-927-6648. We get over and we take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here and see what is moving things around in this marketplace. So you get Advanced Micro up 15 cents. Avis caught a bid, man.
I saw.
Up 384.
10%, even more, yeah.
Yeah, and that took Hertz higher, even though Hertz didn't basically do anything.
Can we click on there
Yeah,
and see
yeah,
how they're
totally.
what they're actually digging about? So let's see. Yeah, they were up as much as 15. Fourth quarter results strong in the U.S. Impressed investors. Let's dig down to if they have.
Yeah, they went from they're supposed to have a loss to a large gain, which is pretty impressive, man.
Better expected pricing, better than expected pricing,
Yeah.
and fleet cost performance. That makes sense in terms of what you're charging, what it's costing you. Yeah, they got a lot in there, but nonetheless.
Yeah, let's see if we can. It was pretty impressive.
I bet. They're 12%, right? I guess you're going to have to
Avis,
pull up Avis, yeah. Oh, I think it's right at the top, probably.
Yeah, right there. Right
Second one?
there.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So let's see
So they have the full fiscal year earnings,
Right.
335 to 420. The estimate was kind of near the middle.
377. Yeah.
Their range was pretty much the same, but revenue 9.2 to 9.5. Estimate again pretty close, 9.32. Fourth quarter revenue, but I think the adjusted earnings per share 53 cents versus the estimate 37 for the quarter.
Good number.
It's huge. I mean, that's
number.
almost a 50% beat on your earnings, right?
Yeah. Big time. And it's just, I guess they're in a tough business, man, with Uber and Lyft.
We're talking about Kevin Hinks with, things changing in terms of, who rents a car from Avis these days?
I don't even rent the cars anymore, period.
I know.
used to always
And he loved
rent
renting cars,
Yeah,
as in,
right.
It was
It's like, why?
yeah.
You have to park them. Now you don't even have to park the car.
Yeah, you have to rent them every day. You have to pay for gas, right? You risk the run of getting in an accident.
Yeah.
So occasionally, if you rent them on a regular basis, you're going to have to deal with that cost. It's taken out of the equation when you rent an Uber or Lyft. Yeah,
Pretty amazing.
it is.
Let's go inside the NDX 100 and see what's moving the NDX 100. So, in a positive sense, you got Henry Schein up 1.6%. Vertec is up 1.1.
Verisk.
You got XL Energy up 0.7, and T-Mobile's up 0.7. Now, taken away from it, you get NetEase down 4.3. Biogen is up 3.5. What is that? Synopsys, okay, down 2.3. And C-Trip off 2.3. Be interesting to see how this day shakes out. The dollar is still hanging tough, folks. They got the dollar up 71 ticks, 96.365. Now, what the dollar has done out here today is that the dollar tried to get the higher price once again. It hasn't been able to handle it. You know,
It's going to pull up those 4 charts. So we
Yeah.
get the dollar is going to be top left, I believe. Come on, we getting there. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that little volatility, right? About
Yeah.
200 points, basically 96,450, even 96,350, almost up to 96,650. Euro, 60% of the dollar index, same kind of up and down. It
Yeah.
would make sense. Yen trading a little bit lower in price, 110.66, and then there's that good old pound. They make it up to 131, almost. Yeah.
And, you know, when we're looking at this chart, the euro is the one, folks, that if it catches a bid, that's what's going to take the dollar south. The euro hasn't been able to catch a bid yet. You know, when
Thank you.
yeah, EUR, right?
Yes.
What you're going to see, it's been up for 3 days. But my take is that what we're going to see here is that this thing's probably going to come out of nowhere. Yeah, you can see it's just a flat market out here today. You know, it's still at the lower end of the consolidation that's been in. As the pound has shown 2 separate signs of strength. You know, you got the sign of strength that started out here in January, comes that back, and then you get another sign of strength the last few days.
Yeah.
So I suspect what we're going to have is they're going to have some kind of a deal, and it's going to be the currencies that move everything. Like,
Sure.
we'll wake up, and guess what? You know, these currencies are going to be moving.
John Oliver did a great segment on his show. He came back. It's on HBO. It's called Last Week Tonight on Brexit. Now, he's British himself,
Yes.
so he's got his own biases in
Yeah.
there for sure. And he did not want to leave, you know, Brexit. But he just kind of walks through the problems, and he went over the Irish backstop deal
Right.
and how nobody has a solution for that. And it's, you know, of course, Ireland and all the problems with Secretary and, you know, where
Yep.
it's the IRA and the bombings.
That's right.
And all of those checkpoints were a huge problem because they were targets for bombs, like immediately.
Yeah.
And so putting those checkpoints back in any capacity would almost be like inviting them to be attacked by people on the extreme
Separating
sides.
again.
You know,
Yeah,
as
right,
in a
right.
checkpoint by itself, you could probably equate it to how political the wall gets here, right?
Right,
Where it's like it's
right,
just going to pull people
right.
in that divisive. But then the problem lies, there has to be a checkpoint for goods somewhere if you become a different country.
Right.
And nobody has a solution to that. Now, they don't want to put checkpoints because everybody kind of recognizes how that goes back to a time of horrible violence.
Right.
But nobody can come up with a solution. So that's kind of the impasse that is so difficult that they're dealing with. And that's where it stands. That's like the end of the story is, and there's no, you know, solution.
And it is the checkpoint between Northern and Southern Ireland?
Yes,
That's what's
because
going on.
because one of them is part of
One is
Great
British,
Britain,
yeah, and
and
one's
one
the
of them's
European
Ireland.
Union. Yeah, right.
And they are different countries, and so when goods pass through, they have to get checked. Suppose
Right.
not even talking about people, you know, even just talking about goods passing
Yeah.
between countries, and they can't quite figure that out because there's kind of no way to do it without having a checkpoint.
Well,
and
they have to figure it out. The English side is just going to have to go on the island side. That's just going to have to
There
happen.
you go.
It's going to be a joint island, finally.
Get over there and tell them that. We'll get it
I'm
done.
gonna.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna.
That's right.
That's right. Brian Baru, no doubt.
There we go.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 100. NASDAQ is off 48. S&P's down 15.5. Come right back, folks. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of low interest rate clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now off 97. You get the Nasdaq off 46. S&P's off 15. So let's go over to Nike. Poor Nike. You know, you talk about
poor Nike. How about poor Zion Williamson?
They're marketing geniuses. There's no doubt. But this, look at it's really not even hurt. Down $1.24. But that.
Everything's perspective. As in $2 billion in market cap shaved right off the top, man, because they can't, have a sneaker that holds together a guy that's 6'7", 275, something beyond comprehension for most normal individuals.
Yeah, the picture is pretty amazing.
I think I got it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Let's just look at this a second.
Sure.
So you get Nike right at its highs. Look at this, is crazy, man. So yeah, high in Nike on a weekly is 86.04. We hit it yet? No, we didn't hit it. So you tested. Let's see this. Oh, this is pretty cool, man. Like, how does this work? So the high is 86.04. That was done September. Volume there of 40 million. We went back up there last week with 28. Let me try this on.
Now, somewhere on these charts, as you keep going through it, that was some when they took on that somewhat controversial marketing campaign with Kaepernick, right?
Yeah,
so that's where you saw like some pullback, maybe some volatility, some volume.
40 million to 28 million. Interesting. Yeah, that's a big consolidation. That's what we got here. So you can get that picture.
Now, the conversation that people really should be having, I feel, is like I was saying to you at one of the breaks.
For sure.
Is that these kids, and I say kids because he's like 18, 19. He's by far the consensus #1 pick, okay?
Right.
So, realistically, he should stop playing right now. And that is the picture, right? And even, I think we have another one up there.
How long do you have to play in college?
1 year.
1 year.
So they call it one and dones.
I see.
And they know,
Right.
and Duke got 3 of them this year. Like
Right.
3 of the top 5, I think. They might even be 1, 2, 3, where they may be 3 of the top 5 draft picks in the year. So you're basically playing with an NBA team, which is why they're the #1 ranked team. So you had tickets for this game and going for like $3,000 minimum almost.
Just for this game?
Just for this game, a regular college basketball game. Now, they know this is one of their only chances, though, because he's one and done, so he's never coming back.
Okay.
And, he could be the next, whether it's, LeBron,
Sure.
Jordan,
Right.
Shaq, but $3,000. Now, the other kicker, of course, is that the school gets hundreds of millions of dollars from Nike to wear his shoes. and he gets absolutely nothing. He's creating all this stuff, and they force him. And what I don't understand is how, you know, you have a right to work, right? So often you hear about that, whether it's in Florida, right to work state, all this stuff.
Yeah.
You can't age discriminate. We know about that too, right?
Right.
So I don't get how these people are 18 years old. They're men.
Yeah.
Women as well, I'm sure it applies. And the NBA says, we're not going to hire you because you're not old enough. And you have to go play in this free league, and they get to use the NCAA as their minor league division that they don't have to pay for.
Right.
They sort out all these players, and then they pick up the guys that survive it.
Well, they're so powerful. The college
they are.
sports are so
They are.
powerful.
And, you know, it applies the same exact with football.
Yeah.
A little bit different in how one or two players in basketball, like we see with LeBron, can just take over the game and they can do everything. Whereas football, you really need a team, right?
Right.
Basketball in particular, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, thankfully, it looks like he was okay. It's just like kind of a sprain. He'll probably really take it easy until they get to the tournament at least. But in reality, he shouldn't be playing. He's locked up the number one.
Match Madness is right around the corner.
It is, man. It is.
Wow.
It's February. Was it February 21st? Yeah. And so they'll be careful with him. But in reality, he shouldn't play. I mean, I'm sure he cares about the game. He wants an NCAA championship.
Sure.
But he's number one pick. If you get hurt, you're not the number one pick. If you blow out your knee, you know, I'm sure people make a wager on him and go after him still because it's worth it, but not with the number one pick when somebody blows out their knee, which he was so close to, man. So that's what you're seeing in some Nike. Now, the other interesting thing that will come from this is when it comes time for negotiations when he does go pro, whether he wants to be with Nike, because you can imagine the campaign they can build around him around this happening.
Sure.
Or he can go with like an Under Armour, which is like Steph Curry, and they could build it around it too. I'll be interested to see how that gets shaped. I mean, this is a defining moment that everybody's talking about, and I imagine whoever picks him up, Nike's either going to make sure they pick him up to spin it in a good way. Well, no, they can't, though. That's my point. They have to wait. Or, but can you imagine a competitor picks him up, and then you get to use it against Nike? And that's why you talk about defensive moves, right? Yeah. Nike is not going to want him to become a competitor because guess what?
Nike's going to
that's going to be in their ads somewhere, or at least alluded to, right? Or twist the knife a little bit, right?
If you really know how to make a quick stop, I mean, I suspect what happened, they got a quick stop, quick turn,
and bang. It was
okay?
exactly what happened. He went, he put all of his 270 pounds on that, stop the foot, and guess what? I mean, the sole held up, and that the sole wouldn't move, but the material just tore right through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, man.
Thankfully, he's okay, because that was, you don't want to see somebody that skillful really get hurt, and I'm sure he's hurting a little bit today, but it seems like he should be okay with some rest.
So, you know, markets kind of laying out here flat where they started out this morning. Get the Dow down 97, Nasdaq off 45, S&P's off 14. If we do go overseas and we take a look at, excuse me, folks, what we had last night, in the Asian markets, bottom line, mixed market, nothing much happening, flat markets. Europe out here, FTSE's down 1%. Let's go take a look at the FTSE.
Like 0.6, right?
Other than that, so that's down 73. It's no big deal there. We'll see. Oh, this is interesting too, because this is going to be wild, folks. Because what you had here is this. Yeah, this market's not done trying to get to its highs yet. So yesterday, you can see if you're watching Tiger TV, and if you're not watching Tiger TV, remember, folks, you just go to YouTube, just put TFNN Corp in it, subscribe. It's free. Be able to pull it up on your phone anytime, and it comes across great. You can see that when we pushed higher yesterday, you can see that big expansion of volume. It's a big number. So I suspect we're going to have lower volume today, and that means that the FTSE's not done. And you want that correlation. I'd put that correlation in with that good old pound. That's, you know, this is going to be the one to watch, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it seems that, you know, even 2 weeks ago, it seems like there's never going to get a deal. But guess what, folks? Every single day, there's more news out here. You know, they're just not stopping. I mean, it looks to me like something's gonna basically get signed, and it's not gonna be a no Brexit deal.
Right,
you know?
and that's no matter what happens, but no matter what happens, that's a good thing, because that's the scariest part. And that's why you've seen, you know, the pound trade now back above 130, and yeah, the FTSE doing well, because that seems to be, and in that same segment I was talking about John Oliver, he said they're not going to put checkpoints on the border. Like, that's not going to happen, because that would be, again, one of those don't want to call it nightmare scenarios,
Right.
but it could turn into one,
Sure,
right? So,
right.
and that probably scared the market as well, because God forbid something happened bad, then you have all this problem with Brexit. So that's not going to happen either. So the market's like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're kind of eliminating the worst case scenarios, which they like.
Which they're going to have to.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah.
No two ways about
Definitely.
that. Let's go take a look at the small caps. The IWM. IWM out here got a little bit higher yesterday. Had some decent volume behind it. You're 4 million right now. Yesterday we did 18. See how this shakes out at the end of the day. The GDX, which is also in an ABC structure on the way up. This is going to be a beauty, folks. This could be another one. So picture, you had your strength out here at 90 million. You made a high yesterday with 62. You're pulling back today with 10. That'll end up doing 50, but it'll be 50 against 90. You already rejected lower price out here today. So these currencies are what's going to be moving this market. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 100, Nasdaq off 48, S&P's down 15.5. We'll come right back.
We both know you've got what it takes to crush your goals with the will to make it happen. So why haven't you accomplished it yet? For most, the answer is fear. Fear is that limiting factor that stops us from getting what we truly want, but it doesn't have to. That's why on Wednesday, February 27th from 5 to 6 p.m., I'll be hosting my 1-hour workshop, Overcoming Fear in 5 Easy Steps. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, the 2018 Market Timer of the Year, author of Mastering Probability, and an expert in human emotion. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain free access to this extraordinary workshop where I'll coach you how to bust through your barriers of fear. How you respond to fear is what sets you apart from the rest of the crowd. Look, this could be the most valuable hour we ever spend together. So come to the homepage of TFNN.com and begin your 30-day risk-free trial of Mastering Probability and take the next step towards the life you deserve.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. He's going to be doing a webinar for his subscribers. You can be a subscriber right here, right now. This is subscriber event is going to be next Wednesday, the 27th of February, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time.
You got it. Overcoming fear in trading and investing in 5 easy steps. You can get in there, get a 30-day money-back guarantee, gain access to Steve's newsletter, 2018 Timer of the Year, and this will be archived, of course, if you can't attend live. And if you're already a subscriber, you're all set. You'll see that webinar room on your entry page, on your member page, right under account. You'll be able to log in there a week from yesterday. I just said, can't believe February, man. We're almost into March Madness, as we said. So that's 6 days from right now. Next Wednesday, Steve will be in there for all his subscribers. The Mastering Probability should be a good webinar, and of course, that will be archived. Checking back, we got a couple. We'll check back to natural gas to start it off. So we're sitting about 267 coming into that number. Nothing too dramatic, right? Spiked to 269, sitting about 268. And then crude oil, as we come into the EIA and crude, we're trading at 56.88. And to get the number on crude, this is not the crude number, but I'm going to go in. I think we're expecting a build of almost 3 million.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yes, so they have the whisper number, the survey number, but we get the numbers at 11 o'clock Eastern time and look for a build of about 3 million barrels of crude as we come into that number.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Market-wise out here, bottom line is that you get a sideways market. You get the Dow down 91, Nasdaq off 48, S&P's down 13.5, gold's down 13. You got silver. Silver's taking a hit, down 31. King dollar still looks like it wants a lower price. Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next, and we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow, go get him, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.